Good evening, everyone. I'm Kamen Entchev. The A-State football team had an intense scrimmage Saturday, so on Sunday it was time for some film, rest, recovery, relaxation, and the pool. The Red Wolves finally get a day off after 10 straight practices. Yesterday's 10th practice was also the first fall camp scrimmage. Here's Coach's take on that scrimmage.
You know, from first glance, I like the energy and the intensity. I don't know how it looked from up top, but I was screaming at them, but I was really just trying to put some pressure on them. I thought, from what I saw, and I may be wrong, I thought they bounced around pretty good.
Moving to Preps FFN two-a-days continue. Let's start with one of the best teams in the state, Batesville. Last year, the Pioneers became the 15th team in state history to play in 3 consecutive state championships. Batesville lost a heartbreaker in 2013. The Pioneers have 4 starters back on offense and 3 on defense. But one of the state's top QBs, Kenton Crawford, is back and has high goals for 2014.
Not just to get back, but to win it all this year and to make sure that we don't have to make it as close as it was last year, as close as nail-biter.
Because we've been there before, we've had some experience with the playoffs, and it's not a lot of, we don't really go in with like bright eyes and kind of scared of what might happen because we've seen the competition and we know what's there.
We tell the kids all the time, I mean, tradition is a double-edged sword. It helps you take great pride in it, but at the same time, you're not going to win just because you've got that little funny man on your helmet. And to be in the middle of the field, you've got to come out here and uphold what these kids that have came before you have set up for you. We've averaged 10 wins a year for the last 12 years, 120 games in 10 years, or in 12 years. And that's a situation you can take pride in, but at the same time, it doesn't win any games for you this year. You got to go out and take care of your business.
About 10 minutes away, Southside has also been practicing. The Southerners are coming off a tough season, but hopes are high for a turnaround and perhaps even some Southside history.
We've never made the playoffs here, and we think it's about time to change that. We've been close a couple of years, ended up barely out 2 years in a row, and then last year was a rough year for us. But that's been a goal for us. We're in a very tough conference, but we feel if we can get into the playoffs, we can make some things happen once we get there.
Basically, we're expecting to shut some offenses down. We have a new scheme. Yeah, just be prepared.
Well, this is the best offensive line I think Southside's ever had. We're averaging around 280. We'll push you off the ball, and I think it makes the world of difference when we have an offensive line that's willing to get out there and do the hard work.
And FFN two-a-days continue Monday with Blytheville and Gosno. You'll hear from both teams Monday on Region 8 Sports. And there was a truly tragic moment in car racing this weekend. Last night on a dirt track, Tony Stewart's car struck and killed 20-year-old driver Kevin Ward Jr., who was out of his car at the time. The investigation is ongoing, but as of right now, it's not considered a criminal investigation. Stewart pulled out of today's Sprint Cup Series race at Watkins Glen following the incident. But back to the competition, A.J. Allmendinger would go on to win the race. And that's sports. Now a break.